guys, what's up? You Ragtter here, welcoming you to Would You Rather. I'm still not feeling too well, and I kinda just wanted to sit down and do something where I could just talk for a little while. Not necessarily split my attention between a game and commentary. I think it would make me feel a bit better. So I decided, why not Would You Rather, because these are funny, and the scenarios are pretty interesting. So let's just get right into it. Let's have a discussion. Would you rather produce a low-budget film with your best friends and have the time of your life, or produce a Hollywood blockbuster with people you detest and make a ton of money? This is not a hard question for me, because I would, in a heartbeat, produce a low-budget film with my best friends and have the time of my life, because that's the thing. You're having fun that way, and happiness is what makes getting up in the morning worth it at all. Plus, low-budget films are legendary. Have you heard of Birdemic? Have you heard of A Talking Cat? Have you heard of Troll 2? Ugh, be still my heart. Some of the best, worst movies ever made. People go out of their way to watch them because of how bad they are. Honestly, that would be so much fun. To be able to say I made one of the worst movies ever and I love it. That'd be fantastic. Plus, I wouldn't want to produce anyway. I'd want to be an actor. So I would produce this low-budget film and then go on to act. That's a bit idyllic, I realize, but it's what I would do. Alright. Let us make our selection. Only 47% agree with me. Don't know how I feel about that. Almost forgot that I had to click an option at all to begin with, but that's fine. Okay. Would you rather live in a giant peach or live in a giant shoe? Well, now here's the thing. If you live in a giant peach, eventually that peach is going to go bad. It's going to go rotten, and that's your house. It's just going to collapse in on you, and it's going to be smelly when it does, and you're going to have to deal with fruit flies all the time, not to mention all the other kinds of bugs that live inside there. I saw what lived in the peach in James the Giant Peach. And while those are adorable movie characters, I don't want to live with them. I don't want to deal with it. Living in a giant shoe doesn't necessarily mean that it is a worn shoe, so it doesn't have to be stinky, it doesn't have to be gross. It could be a nice, classy shoe that's never been touched before by a giant, and you could make it work. It'd be weird, but we have shoes, they protect our feet, and I imagine a giant shoe could protect me, so I'm gonna go with live in a giant shoe. Okay, I guess people would rather live in a giant peach. I'm scrolling down and there's nothing here that says whether or not the peach decays or not. So I'm just going to assume the peach does, and that 66% of these people are going to have a bad time in a week. I'll give the giant peach a week before it decays completely. Okay. Would you rather never be able to feel emotions or never be able to express emotions? Oh, that's tricky. Okay, because listen to this. If you can't feel emotions, everyone will hate you. Because you will never be able to relate to anyone ever. However, if you cannot express your emotions, everyone will hate you. Because no one will be able to understand you, or understand what you want, or how you're feeling. Both of these, basically. Right? If you can't feel emotions, then you can't be sad about your lack of emotions, right? But if you can't express your emotions, then you're just going to get frustrated with yourself. But either way, the people around you are going to suffer for this. There is one option where you come out on top. There is another option where pretty much everyone around you and anyone that tries to get close to you is going to suffer. Because you need to be able to express your emotions if you're going to have happy, healthy relationships with people. So I'll just pick to never have emotions to begin with. I'll be in the minority here. I can't miss what I don't have. At least I think that's how that works. Would you rather own an Xbox 360 or own a PlayStation 3? I've owned 2 Xbox 360s, never owned a PlayStation 3. I never really played my Xbox that much. I like PC gaming a lot better. I really do. I also like my Nintendo systems. I had a Wii for the longest time. I still have my Wii, actually. I just don't think it works anymore. I actually looked behind me to go look at the Wii. And I love my Nintendo 3DS. So really, I don't care about either of these in particular. I guess I'm gonna say own a PlayStation 3, because then I could play Demon's Souls, which is a game I've never played before. And that could be pretty fun. So PlayStation 3 it is. Alright. I'm in the minority, but, you know, who cares about this one? This one's dumb. It's a dumb question. Would you rather always be naked or always be itchy? See, being itchy isn't fun. Being naked is sometimes fun. But, oh god, that's weird. Because, you know, that would make Thanksgiving so awkward. Like, I would basically have to do Thanksgiving by Skype. From, like, the chest up. I would never be able to be present at Thanksgiving again. I wouldn't be able to deal with it. But I would ruin Thanksgiving with being itchy. I would basically have to find people that would accept my nakedness. Because I am not about to have itches all the time. That's hell. That's hell on earth. I'll just be naked. I'll find a nice nudist colony that'll accept me. I'll have friends that don't mind it. I can't fathom the idea of being itchy all the time. It's horrible. It's horrible. Have you ever had a rash? Have you ever had eczema? Have you ever had poison ivy? It's hell. It's absolute hell. And to have that all the time? All the time. I'm assuming they mean, like, possibly worst case scenarios. Not just like... Well, actually, even lesser itches are annoying because they're itches and you want to scratch them. No. Always be naked. Hands down. Not even a contest. Would you rather pull all of your toenails out or pull all of your hair out? I don't like this one. This one's gross. This one's gross. Okay. Can I be under anesthesia when I undergo this? Like, does this have to be a painful procedure? I assume it does, actually, you know. Because otherwise, what's the point? You're basically choosing between having no toenails and being bald. I've never had, like, one of my nails fall off. Like, I know people, they smash their thumb and their thumbnail falls off, or they crack their toe and the toenail falls off, or what have you. I have had my hair pulled out before. I actually had a bully who ripped my hair out once. Which was unfortunate. But that didn't feel good. That felt awful. That felt like the absolute worst. Oh, God. But all my toenails, that's 10. Wait, okay, hold on. Let's weigh the two evils here. I have a lot of hair. Not to say my hair is long anymore. It used to be super long. But I have a lot of hair. I've got a pretty thick head of hair. It would not be a short or sweet endeavor to pull my hair out. I only got 10 toes. And 2 of them are the pinky toe. I'm pretty sure that can't feel anything anyway. Until you stub it. So I'm gonna pull my toenails out. I'm gonna keep my hair. I hope that doesn't ever happen to me, because I would really like to not live in pain. When you go to bed at night, would you rather have a deranged elf pour a bucket of water on you every 15 minutes? Or hear Buffalo Soldier by Bob Marley play at 110 decibels for 3 minutes at a time at random intervals? And if you scroll down, it says this would go on for 46 years. Okay, listen. The deranged elf pouring a bucket on your head, that's every 15 minutes. You are only ever gonna get 15 minutes of sleep at a time. And you might not be able to fall asleep in 15 minutes, especially if you're suffering from the stress of having an elf pour water on your head and anticipating the water coming and then dealing with... No, absolutely not. That's dumb. I can go to sleep to sound. I go to sleep to sound all the time. I actually can't sleep in silence. I go to sleep to sound all the time, and I would get used to it. I would get used to it. Because you can get used to having a sound in your room, but you can't get used to being wet, having a deranged elf looming over you, and having water splash on... No, absolutely not. I'll deal with Bob Marley. Would you rather have no tongue or no teeth? No, you cannot get dentures. They would be forcibly removed. You would just never... They would not be forcibly removed. You would just never have them to begin with. Okay. That's something to consider. So it wouldn't be painful. Because I've had teeth pulled. It's not fun. Even under medication. You need your tongue to form sounds and to digest. Your teeth just, they're a convenience. I hate to say that because I love my teeth. I would not like to not have my teeth. But at the end of the day, you could live without your teeth. How many people do you know that don't have a tongue, though? Like, that's a medieval torture thing. I'll go with have no teeth. I'm glad most people agree with me on that. Having no tongue would just be a sad state of affairs. You couldn't form sounds properly. So, say goodbye to talking, period. At least with teeth, you can kind of like... At least without teeth, you can kind of make the sounds, right? It's just, you wouldn't have the same convenience that everyone else has. And you could digest food with no teeth. I don't want... I'm thinking of mouths. I've got, like, 2 images in my head, right? Side by side, like these 2 right now. One is a mouth without a tongue, and it's horrifying. And one is a mouth with no teeth, and it's gross. No teeth. I'm not dealing with it. Would you rather shotgun a beer or funnel a beer? Oh, jeez. I've seen fraternities. I've never been in a fraternity myself, so I've never had the beer funneled. Ah, jeez, man. I kind of want to try it, though. Let's try funneling a beer. That could be pretty fun. Most people don't agree with me, but, you know, live and learn. And we've already done this one. Okay, here we go. Would you rather sleep in a room a little too warm or sleep in a room a little too cold? First of all, both of these options are fresh hell. Whoever wrote this, you're a bad person. Brendan? I'm coming for you, Brendan. I'm not. Anyway. See, I can't sleep if it's too hot. I can't do it. I toss, I turn, the blankets don't feel right. It's so gross. It's so gross to sleep when it's just a little too warm and you just can't quite find that right range of comfort. When you sleep in a room that's a little too cold, you can put extra blankets on. You just snuggle up a little more. You go get your cat. It's not hard. I like sleeping in the cold. I have an air conditioner over my bed. And in the summertime, I pump that. And honestly, this one, right? This one is just inviting all kinds of gross bacteria and stuff. But if your room is always a little too cold, you never have to worry about that. So I'm going to go with cold. And I'm glad most people agree with me, because people that sleep in warm rooms, how do you not have giant comforters? They're so cozy. Okay, would you rather be a hometown hero or be a sea-level celebrity that no one really likes? I'll be a hometown hero. I've always wanted to be a superhero. Alright, most people agree with me with that. Because everybody wants to be liked. Come on, that's a silly question. Alright. 3 wishes that had no catches, or 6 wishes with minor catches. You cannot wish for more wishes, and you can't wish for there to be no catches. I'm not greedy. I could get stuff done with 3 wishes and have no catches. But minor catches... Are we talking... I guess we're not talking monkey paw levels of stuff, are we? Be like, I wish for $1 million. But you have to get it like 100,000 a year at a time, so it'll take $10 years to get to you. I'm gonna assume that's what it means. I'm just gonna take 3 wishes with no catches. 3 wishes with no catches. Don't think I didn't catch that from myself. Yeah, I'm not a greedy guy. Would you rather the portal gun? That's not even a debate. Alright, listen. The gravity gun is cool. The gravity gun is awesome. But it's the portal gun. I could science so hard. But wait. the gravity gun... No, wait. How would the gravity gun be practical? What am I gonna do that would require the extensive use of the gravity gun? But then again, the portal gun's not practical either. It would just be fun and amazing. But I guess... I want the portal gun. I had way more fun with portal. I'm gonna take the portal gun. Who needs the gravity gun when you have portals? Think with science. Would you rather be an orc or be a night elf? I played a night elf hunter in World of... I know what this question's a reference to, by the way. It's that. I played a night elf hunter in World of Warcraft from the time I was 14 to the time I think I was about 19 and a half is when I gave up the ghost on World of Warcraft. I loved that night elf hunter with every fiber of my being. I was addicted to World of Warcraft, and I loved... His name was Ragtter, by the way. Ragtter the night elf hunter. Adored that character so much. Yeah, that's not even a contest. Not even a contest. Night elves are awesome. They're 7 feet tall. They're purple. They've got big ears. They've got magic. Their eyes glow. They ride on tigers. They have magic. They live on a giant tree in the middle of the ocean. It's cool as hell. Night elves are awesome. Orcs are just big, green, and gross. Nah. Night elf all the way. For the Alliance. But also for the Horde, because I did have a troll druid and a blood elf mage that I was really fond of. Oh, and an undead rogue. I played on that sometimes before I quit. I loved those characters, but, you know, my night elf hunter, always my main. Be a cyborg or be an animal-human fusion thing. As a cyborg, keep in mind that as a cyborg, you won't be able to shoot lasers or anything. As the other options, you will actually be a cat/monkey/human, and you will be able to swing in trees, fly, and cool stuff. Okay, well, I don't need to shoot lasers. Being a cyborg is cool as hell. Like, you would be stronger, you would be faster, you could process information better, you'd be tougher. Being an animal fusion thing... Well, actually, neither of these are really bad. It is literally just a would you rather. Like, no downside involved. I'm gonna go with being a cyborg. I like robots, always wanted to be a cyborg when I was a kid. Plus, Genji's the best Overwatch characters. Seriously. Alright, I think we'll do maybe 1 or 2 more. Would you rather have loved and lost, or never loved at all? I have loved and lost. Gotta say, doesn't feel good. But at least I had the experience. Gotta go with have loved and lost. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. The worst that can happen is that someone says no. Anyway, would you... Nope. I'm not touching this one with a 10-foot pole. I don't care how much you pay me. I'm not dealing with this. Alright, would you rather drink only water and alcohol for the rest of your life, or drink anything other than alcohol for the rest of your life? I don't really need alcohol that much. I like the way wine tastes, and, you know, some of the harder stuff is okay, but, like, I don't drink that often. And when I do, it's not a lot. So I could go without alcohol for the rest of my life. Yeah, that's not really a hard question. Plus, you know, when you only drink water and alcohol, you're missing out on milk from your cereal bowl. You're missing out on that orange juice at diners. No more hot chocolate in the winter. Nah. Nope, not dealing with it. Alright. Would you... Oh... My favorite sacrifice. Would you never be able to hear your favorite song again, or never be able to watch your favorite movie again? I don't like either of these, first of all. This is an option that makes me feel uncomfortable. But I'm gonna have to say that I haven't watched my favorite movie in a long time. But I do listen to my favorite song all the time. And I don't want to say... I want to keep my objectivity here. I don't want to make it a subjective thing. Because if I say what my favorite song and my favorite movie are, then, you know, it becomes about those, and people make fun of me for them. I guarantee you will, by the way. You'll make fun of me for my choices. But I listen to music all the time. When I'm, like, when I have the time. I don't always have the time to watch movies, and I haven't seen my favorite movie probably in a couple of years. So I don't like to say it, but I think I could go without ever watching my favorite movie again. I mean, I've seen it once. It was enough to make it my favorite. It'll be fine. Alright, would you rather wear a ski suit all the time or go everywhere barefoot? So, this isn't a hard question, but I can see where people would get hung up. So first of all, I'm gonna assume that wearing the ski suit all the time means you've got to wear it in the shower and stuff too. You're gonna stink, eventually. Like, that's not gonna be a good time. Wearing that ski suit all the time could be terrible. Gonna be absolutely terrible. I mean, if you scroll down here and it says, assume you're in a mid-range climate but snow isn't unheard of, that means for a good chunk of the year, you're gonna be hot. That's gonna be awful. You're not gonna get to use that ski suit very often. You go everywhere barefoot, eventually, right, your feet will get so tough that it'll be like wearing shoes. And sure, people will be disgusted with you and turn you away from their service, but you could work around that. We live in a beautiful time. I would definitely go everywhere barefoot. Wearing a ski suit all the time would get gross, you'd get hot, you'd get sweaty, it'd be disgusting. And plus, they would make me look way bigger than I actually am. Got some body, I'm just kidding. Go everywhere barefoot. Yeah, a lot of people agree with me on that. Alright. I think that's gonna be it, because I did run into like a bunch of repeat questions, so I think I've stumped the Would You Rather machine, or I'm just getting some bad luck. So I'm gonna end it off there, but if you guys have enjoyed, then please let me know with a like and a comment down below, telling me just how much fun you've had. And on some of your favorite Would You Rathers, let me know what your answer was, and give me some reasoning why. You don't have to answer all of them, because we did cover 24 minutes worth of them. But, yeah, I'm curious to see what you guys have to say on some of the cooler ones. So, if you have enjoyed this, and you would like to see more, then leave that feedback as well. Otherwise, this will just be a neat little one-off thing I do while I'm not feeling so well. But I will see you guys next time when we return to something. So be sure to take care and have a good one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye!